Alright, what's up? So we're gonna talk about our BMT experience. Let's go. So alright, so on the first day, right, we got on this bus, right, and then it's on the bus ride, the famous bus ride over to Lackland Air Force Base. Once we got to the base, bro, basically what just happened is an MTI came in, and he was actually really chill, which weirded me out because he wasn't like yelling or nothing. I don't know if it was because of COVID, but he was really chill. He was like, hey, like, you guys are gonna get off this bus, you're gonna go over there, blah, 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 whatever, right? But that was just our bus because I saw the other buses, they were actually yelling at people. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Man, no, it was really funny. We got there, and like everybody, all the MTLs were all around yelling at whoever little groups they had, their flights, right? They were yelling at them, and they were yelling at them to hurry up and shit. And we're like, damn, what the fuck? But our MTI is like, yeah, guys, just go sit down over there.
Yeah,
you can eat and stuff.
That's the funny thing, yeah. So when we get there, we got there like at midnight, and we had so everyone has two MTIs for the whole flight, and basically, our first MTI was super chill. Like he was just like telling us like, oh, you gotta fill these papers out. You know, they give us MREs and stuff to eat over there. He was telling us, oh, like this is how you do it, whatever, blah blah blah, right? So we were chilling, we're like, yo, we got like the coolest MTI because we were looking at everyone else and their people's faces like, like blah blah blah. Like there's this kid that didn't want to eat. Do you guys remember that? The kid that didn't want to eat his MRE, and the MTI was in his face. He's like, you have to eat.
You are going to eat.
You're gonna eat today. And he's like, I'm not hungry. He's like, eat. It was hilarious, bro. But yeah. So that was just the first night. So we went to bed that night, and everyone's just like tripping out because it just feels weird. Like you're brand new there, and so Reveille, right? It's the fucking worst fucking noise in the world. Right? Those freaking trumpets that wake you up, right? So that sounds off at 5:45. Take in mind, we've only been sleeping for like what, 2 hours?
Even because we didn't get up there till like 3 a.m.
Yeah, we didn't go to sleep until like 3, and
I got there about 10, so I was sitting there waiting 5 hours for the rest
I know exactly because I was with you because we were sitting out below the fucking dorm on the drill pad in the fucking cold and we couldn't fucking do anything.
So we were waiting like 5 hours for everybody else to show up.
Yeah, it was awful.
And here's the thing, bro. That first day, I remember that day because we were just, right? So the Reveille sounds off, right? Super loud. Everyone gets up and everyone's like, oh, what the hell? Everyone's like, oh, we're at BMT, right? We hear banging on our door. Boo, 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 boo. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Everyone,
yeah, we hear our female instructor's voice going, let me in, open the door, let me in.
Everyone looked at each other and no one wanted to open the door.
But I looked around at everybody else around me.
Nobody was fucking moving.
And I was like, I'm not opening that door.
Yeah.
I'm staying
Nobody
right
was
here.
going to fold and go open that door.
So
eventually, after a minute of her going, let me in, you better let me in, the dude next to me ran over there and opened the door and ran back.
Yeah, and she got in, bro. And this is the first time we've seen our female MTI. Dude, she was insane, bro. That first week, bro, she was insane. She was like yelling at you, bro. Like she told us to get on our wall lockers, and like she's just yelling at us. She's like, no one knows what to do, and like, dude, she just goes in your face and yells at you. Like that's what they're supposed to do. They're just supposed to yell at you, like to make, I don't know.
Put you under stress.
Yeah, put you under a lot of stress.
So you can think when you're under stress.
Yeah, but the first few days were kind of crazy. Like the whole first 0 week, it was just a lot of yelling. Like they already started teaching you the basics, like marching and everything. And marching is like fancy walking basically, but people used to overthink it. They do something called a camel.
It's where you fucking,
like,
you don't have any coordinated arm swings. You're just like that, walking everywhere in fucking formation. You look goofy as shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough first week. I'm not gonna lie. Like that first week, it's a lot of mental stress. Physically, it wasn't too bad because we were kind of under like a half quarantine, if that makes sense.
Jeffers.
Yeah, under a half quarantine, so we couldn't really do a lot of physical stuff at first. We started doing our 1x3s, which is like just workouts that you have to do every day, push-ups, sit-ups, all that stuff. Dude, we got in trouble for everything. Like you have to shave. Like
every morning.
You have to shave every single morning, yeah. And you have to do it. You have to shave, change, and do all that stuff in like under like 5 minutes, so you can get downstairs in formation. And so we did drill. The chow hall, bro.
Oh my fucking
god.
Oh my god.
You would think like eating, like, yes, this is my time to eat, bro.
No.
Heck no, bro.
You get in there, you get your food, you're in this line going,
yeah,
yeah, let me get some of that, It's finna be chill.
Don't
you
look
go
up,
and you sit
don't
down,
look around.
and you're like, yep, cool. Next thing you know, like 30 seconds later, you're sitting down. Hurry up, finish your food, get out, hurry up.
Right, they gave us like 5 minutes to freaking eat, bro. Like the first.
It was terrible.
Yeah, the first weeks, bro. They gave us like, you have barely any time to eat, bro. You can't look around because if they catch you looking around, they come up to you. Like, why are you looking around? And they just get in your face, bro.
I remember I was sitting across from this dude at the chow, and I accidentally smiled at him. And I got fucking yelled at and said, "Why are you smiling? Why are you making it weird? You're being weird. Stop being weird."
Right. So we actually got, so someone from our flight, they tested us for COVID, and he came out positive. So it was like 2 beds away from me too. They just took out that guy and the 2 people next to him, and our flight was under quarantine for 2 weeks, and we were just like stuck in our dorm until all the other flights were done with their drill stuff. Then we could go out and practice and all that stuff. We had PT every day except for Sundays, right?
Yep,
Every day was Sunday.
Yeah, we had stuff.
It wasn't that hard though.
Yeah, it was not. PT's not that bad. Honestly, like if you go running before you get to BMT and stuff like that, you'll be fine.
You'll be perfectly fine. Just don't do what I did. Don't run for 3 months. And then go into BMT and you fucking turbo blasted.
Yeah, you will throw up. You will throw up.
Do a lot of cardio before you go to BMT.
Yeah, do your push-ups, do your sit-ups, for sure.
Do squats. Be good at them.
Yeah.
When you're MTI, MTL, whoever, they ask you, hey, who's got ROTC experience? Don't raise your fucking hand if you haven't that experience.
You will be guided on. You will be guided on, bro. And that's what this guy was, bro. Explain to them what guided on is, bro.
Basically, guided on is you walk around marching with the staff at the front of the formation or the flight is what it's called. You walk around with the front of it, and you're basically just guiding everybody else behind you.
Yeah, but you get yelled at for everything.
And you also gotta be like, when they say, when they present, you're like, yep, you gotta do this. Boom. Then you gotta hold this
Hold
here.
the flag for a long
5 minutes. Without stopping and dropping it.
Yeah. It's a lot. There's a lot of other jobs, like for like an element leader. Like, so there's a dorm chief first. Before I tell you elementers, there's a dorm chief. And the dorm chief is like the one trainee from your flight that is in charge of like everyone else. He's like the one you go to first for any problems and stuff. Like he's basically the one in charge of your flight if there's anything that goes on. So he gets all the smoke too. So if you want to get all the smoke, bro, be dorm chief by any means. But like you will get smoke for anything your flight does. And element leaders too, because there's 4 of them, and they're just like there to help you. It's usually they choose the people that are like
catch their eye. They're usually tall, or they step up to the plate.
Yeah, they step up to the plate, but they're the people that do the best like around the flight. They have the best like clothing drawers. They got the best marching. They got the best like. Usually there will be those will be element leaders, but the thing is that I was actually an element leader for what 2 days? Literally 2 days, bro.
Then you got fired.
Yeah,
What?
but okay. Here's the thing, bro. I don't know why I did this, but she asked. She's like, who wants to lead part of the flight? And I don't know why, but I raised my hand, bro. I volunteered, and I immediately regretted it, bro, because like she told me to get up front, and I had to like march the flight and stuff, like, bro. But bro, I got fired because like there's a lot of stuff you gotta memorize when you're like in the floor, because you got all these commands, right, and you gotta get them right, because now you would literally get smoked. Especially by our female MCI, bro. She was crazy. And I remember on the second day, she said like, what did she say, bro? She said like column of 2s from the left, and I forgot to say. Well, there's this thing where you gotta turn your head and say like stand fast, and I forgot to do that. And in front of like 3 other flights, when we were getting our clothing issue, she freaking fired me. She was like, yo, I'm done with you. You keep messing it up, blah blah blah. She's like, get to the back of the line. She's like, you fired, blah blah blah. I was like, damn. For 2 days, man. 2 days strong.
I was only the element leader for a day, and I was at the very end of BMT.
Oh yeah. Oh, another thing, bro. Once you get to the end of BMT, do not say you skated by, bro, because that's how this guy became element leader, bro.
You don't know what skating means? It means you went by without being noticed, pretty much. I didn't have to do anything, pretty much. I was on day room. My bed never got switched. I never had to do fucking latrine. Also, when you first get there and they ask, can I get 10 volunteers? Don't fucking volunteer, because you're gonna be on latrine.
Unless you want to, bro.
Unless you want to, then I'll go for it, bro.
Dude, another thing we forgot is chow runners, bro.
Shower?
So the thing is, they might, for y'all's flight, they might choose like 2 people to do it, like during all of BMT, but with our flight, literally everyone had to do it. Like we had to take turns.
Except for me.
basically what a chow runner does is you gotta go ask for permission. So there's this thing called a snake pit, and it's like a table where all the MTIs sit. And when you go to eat, there's like 5 MTIs there, and you gotta go up to them in the position of attention like this. And you gotta be, sir, training, blah blah blah. Reports is ordered. Flight 091, dormitory Bravo 1 is prepared to enter the dining facility from the west side. And then they will tell you like bring them in or whatever, blah blah. And you gotta repeat exactly what they say and be like, yes, bring them in, yes sir, thank you sir. But it is word for word, because if you mess up, if you even stutter, bro, they will freaking all 5 of them just like
swarm your ass and they will go in on you.
And there's a thing called 341s where like if you mess up bad enough, you will get a 341 pulled.
Or if you're just like chilling.
Yeah, it's a discrepancy report. They give it to you if you mess up like for something bad. It doesn't even have to be bad. Like sometimes it can just be like you didn't fold something the correct way.
Yeah, we had one dude come into our flight like towards the end of BMT. He had to give us like a speech to all the flights in the stairwell, and it was about him not folding underwear right.
Yeah.
So he got a 341 pull for that, just because his underwear wasn't folded right.
I reminds me of the honey packet, bro.
And you don't want those because I think 2 of them is a unsatisfactory for the week.
Yeah.
So you'll be out of the runnings for if you want to get honor grad or anything like that.
To get honor grad, you have to score above 90 on all your tests. So
Just be the best at everything.
Yeah, just be the best.
Just be the best at everything.
Or be one of the best.
Yeah. I actually ended up getting honor grad, and I got a 98 on my PT test, and I got a 94 on the EOC. And honestly, like, you just gotta study hard, study your growth at the your BMT.
Sheesh.
Just always go hard, because PT is like kind of like, sometimes you can go at your own pace, like depending, like if you do CIT, it's like at your own pace. And just always go hard, but if you really want it, just go hard, because you're not gonna get better if you don't go hard. And
or don't study like I did. Still pass with a 92.
yeah.
But for PT, definitely go hard. Definitely give your effort in it, because at the end of the day,
Especially on the test.
especially on the test, just give it everything you got on that test.
I got
Go
shin
out there with
splints from the
feel.
test.
I have blood blisters all in my feet after the PT test. You just gotta give it your all.
Yeah. Another thing is you do get in trouble a lot, especially in the first week. And what our MTI love to do is anytime, it can be the smallest of things, but your whole flight gets in trouble. Like if one person gets in trouble, it's everyone. So let's say one person is, I don't know, not doing something they're not supposed to or whatever, everyone will get in trouble, and she'll just come in and she'll be like, the next exercise is a leg lift, and so everyone will get down, right? And if you don't get down fast enough, she'll make you stand up and get down for like 30 minutes straight.
Too slow, back down. Too slow, back up.
Get down. And then you would just be doing leg lifts for freaking, what, we did one time like 115 reps?
Yeah.
Because it's crazy, because just give it your all, bro. Don't catch your, like, watching you rest, bro. Don't catch your MTI watching you rest, because you will keep doing it forever.
Even if it's just like a down day,
Yeah.
try to find something to do. Even if you're just bullshitting it, just find something where they're gonna
Yeah,
get
you're
on
always
for
gonna
it.
be doing something like a lot of when people would chill the most is like when we're folding clothes, because you will fold clothes for hours. Like your folding has to be on point, like everything, like your shirts, your socks, like everything has its own specific way. It's like measured and stuff. Everything has its way to be folded, and you will spend hours folding clothes and clipping strings off your uniforms, your socks, your PT gear, like everything. And just make sure all your stuff is clean and neat. Whenever you do your details and stuff, like I was actually also part of latrine, and any little thing will like fail the bathroom. So like you're gonna make sure everything is spotless, like no dust. The stuff that would fail us the most, and it sounds disgusting, but they would always find like one little pube on the floor or something when they were doing
It was
inspection.
such
Like literally this small, it would fill the whole bathroom. So you gotta just pay attention to detail. That's one thing they always say is attention to detail, and just hustle. Just everything good. Just excellence.
If you want the best detail, try to get on day room. Day room is the best, easiest, chillest detail.
That's facts.
There was like 3 of us in day room. All we did was fucking wipe down dust off the furniture. That's it. Wipe down dust, sweep the day room. That was it. Then we basically didn't have to do anything else. And just, I don't want to snitch on myself, but we kind of just chilled in there after we got done with all that. Just hanging out, not doing anything.
Another thing is you get inspections for everything. So You'll get inspected for your clothing drawers to make sure everything is displayed properly, everything's folded properly. You'll get inspected on all your details. Oh, another thing is beds. Beds. So you gotta make beds with hospital corners. And so I would recommend, like, if you can, try to learn before you get there, just so you're not completely lost. Because you will be doing things called bed drills for literally hours at a time, because people don't know how to make their beds. And they have to be perfect. And if one person's bed is not perfect, then everyone strips their beds and they have to do it all over again. And it's time. So they'll time you. They'll give you like 2 minutes for like the top sheet, or like you gotta.
Barely, if that.
Like, you got a minute for 30 seconds to put a sheet on. Okay, sounds easy, but you have to do it right.
But everyone
no
has to do it in
wrinkles.
30 seconds.
And everybody has to do it really quick.
Yeah. So
And if one person is wrong, everybody strips their bed and restarts. We did bed drills for like an hour and a half once.
Hey, but you know what? Towards the end, we were really good at making beds. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, we never got a single bed on our beds, so at the end of it, we had our shit on lock.
Yeah. And then what else the news?
Top PT!
Top male PT.
Yeah, we got top male PT. Let's go.
We
I
were
was
not an
flight,
academic flight. We were a muscle flight.
Yeah,
we
so our
ran
flight put in
and
the
did
work.
push-ups and sit-ups.
And we didn't, but we could have been like top academic too. It wasn't that far off. It was like 1% off from the other.
I mean, we had like what, only 5 guys score pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were all security forces because y'all are stupid.
All sec fault.
SFDs.
Sir.
Security forces, dickheads.
I mean, you're gonna meet a lot of random people. A shit ton of just random people from different walks.
Freaking wherever.
Who knows where in the country? Probably from overseas. Maybe.
This fool's from Texas.
I'm from
Beaumont,
Texas.
East Texas. I'm from
Sir.
South Texas. This man's from Cali.
Yeah.
He's a crop top. Don't
You're
ask
gonna-
me what that
Shut
is.
the
You're gonna meet people from all walks of life, and you're
Nah,
gonna make
man.
some great friends, bro.
You will make great. That's one thing about the military, bro. Is like the camaraderie. There's like everyone's just family. Like we got so close in those 2 months. Like it was actually really hard to see people leave and stuff and everyone go separate ways. Like it's because you guys are just struggling together, bro. Everything, because that's what BMT is, bro. BMT is not easy. It's a struggle. It's
It's all
you
mental.
mess up, you mess up and learn. Everything's mental. You mess up and you learn. Everyone messes up together. Everyone gets in trouble together.
It's
You just all put in the work together. Like at first, our flight was
dog shit.
horrible.
Awful. It was terrible.
They had to come talk to us. They had to get another MC had to come talk to us because we were just we were
Oh, my
fighting.
sister flight instructor.
Yeah, we were fighting. So we got an A bay and a B bay is where we sleep. That's how the dorms are separated, and it was literally A bay versus B bay for everything. Like we were not coming together as a flight. Yeah, we would always fight. We would always compete. I mean, in a way, it was kind of cool that we would compete because we always try to be better than each other. But we were just bad, like cussing each other out. We'd be like not working together. There was people, a lot of people who didn't like other people. And after we had that talk, we realized like, we're only gonna get through this together. You will not get through BMT by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything is as a team. You always have a wingman. That's one thing that they instill in you since the beginning. They're like, you need a wingman every single place you go. If they ever catch you without a wingman, you will get yelled at. You will get a 341 pool. And
It's one flight, man.
a lot of teamwork. A lot of treat everyone with respect. Everyone has different beliefs. Everyone comes from different places. Just respect everyone. Treat everyone with dignity and respect. Wingman characteristics.
Remember that dignity and respect.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Yeah. Uniform inspections. You can't have any strings. Everything's gonna be
No IPs.
more. Yeah.
You will spend hours clipping strings on OCPs and your blues, hours upon hours, day upon day, just clipping and clipping and clipping.
And you still fail.
Yeah, and you'll still fail.
Yeah.
Or you'll get a 1 demerit.
Yeah. Demerits are just like faults or whatever.
Discrepancies
Yeah.
in your
Beast week!
Be sweet.
It's nothing like you're gonna hear.
It's not like what it was back then just because of COVID. We were actually there for 4 days though, which is better than what they used to have.
It was like
a little
3
while
days.
ago. Yeah. Beast Week is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it's pretty
you
fun.
do like a simulated deployment. There's a lot of exercises you do with your M4 rifles. Like simulated war scenarios. You do your MOP suits, which is like the seabird training.
That was the funnest part of Beast for me. I love
you get to
Seabird.
you get to put on the suits and stuff.
Fun is. I thought this was the Air Force. We use critical thinking around here.
Shut up, bro.
Yeah, it is a smart branch. You have a lot of classes and you gotta learn a lot of stuff. But again, Beast was 4 days long. We did mob training, seabird training.
We did Cadam.
We did Cadam.
TCCC.
TCCC is like where you
First
learn how to-
aid.
And the claw.
Yeah, first aid. Learn how to. put
Claw is
solutions
just
on
the
people.
obstacle course, which we didn't get to do the full course because of COVID.
It was a cool video game, but
It was still fun.
it was still pretty cool.
Yeah, it was still a lot of fun.
Food.
The food was the best part. That is the best
The
food.
food
we
at
had
the end of the
BMT.
day in Beast was the best. The food, just at basic, is garbage.
Yeah, you just gotta learn to eat fast. That's the only thing. Like you can get as much as you want, as much food as you want.
As long as you can eat it in 10 minutes, you're straight.
Yeah, good. And the food's it's not that bad.
It's not the worst,
There's certain
but it's not
days
the
where it's
best.
but
Don't
it's
eat
not
the
that
chicken.
bad. Yeah, don't eat unhealthy, bro. Just try to eat as healthy as you can.
And if you do it unhealthy, those boneless wings, they're the best. They slap. They're
The
solid.
boneless wings, man. Yeah, that's facts, man. Wings. Open ranks is when you do your inspections.
I just looking to make sure they know, you know how to wear
police
your
inspection. Oh, there's this
I
thing
forgot
called
those
fire
were a thing,
gas.
bro.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Fire gas bomb drills is every so often, like randomly your MTI will come and say like, oh, there's a bomb at the door or some weird crap like that, and you got to do you have a book up in the EC stand.
Read it front
Yeah,
to
just
back
read it.
twice.
Read the book because it'll tell you everything that you need to do as a flight, so you can pass because it's also inspectable. It's just for safety and stuff like that, but you gotta do it by the book, step by step.
In the Air Force or in the military in general, you're gonna learn to do everything step by step in the book
I
as
just
it's told.
realized they don't know EC is very EC. You will hate EC.
Oh my fucking god.
Especially if you have night EC shifts.
2 to 4.
So EC is called entry control rated, and they're the people that they stay at the entrance of the dormitory with their M4 rifles, and you just guard for 2 hours at a time. So you could get like day shift, or everyone will experience this like every week, but you also get night shifts. So some people will get shifts from like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. and you just gotta sit there. You can't sit down. You can't fall asleep. You can't do anything else but just guard the door. And you're standing.
Just stand there. If you're with like your friend, like when we all work EC, if I was with one of them, it was a fun time.
That's
When
cool.
you
You
just
could just talk.
have the shit, did your checks every now and then, and just stood there.
Protein bars.
Protein bars.
Protein bars are currency, bro. Protein bars and peanut butter cups.
Peanut butter, jelly, protein bars.
That's currency.
It's
around
all currency.
man. Things you will-
4 protein bars.
That's your only hope in BMC.
The best part of the day is eating the protein bar.
Dude.
Especially after those 26-minute runs.
Showers is most.
If the shower has work.
Yeah, it's all about that. Dude.
It all depends on where you go. If you go to Alcatraz or if you go to Disneyland. 324th represent. But if you go to Alcatraz, it's gonna be a fucking box with shower heads, and you're just kind of gonna get
No,
in
it's
there.
holes in the wall. They just squirt out water. bro.
Pretty much, it's just boxes like 40 other,
doors. but it's
20 other
fine.
dudes in there doing the same thing. The showers are cold, and as you're leaving, there's gonna be dudes going in. So just be sure not to bump into anybody.
Yeah, it's not that weird, bro. As long as you don't make it weird, bro. Everyone's showering with each other. Everyone's got the same stuff.
You get used
Down
to it
there.
after a while.
Yeah.
Like you become really close after that.
Yeah.
You have to see each other's.
Yeah. You just get really close, and like he said, you just form a brotherhood, and it really hurts when people like you went through a lot with just leave, like a lot of
And
stress.
some people will actually get either kicked out or they'll quit. We had a couple of those, but you know, not everyone will make it. It's not something that's scary because it's very doable. It's just keep pushing, dude. Just keep pushing.
If you think you can do it, you can do it.
It's not that bad. BMT was not that hard, bro. You
It's
just
the
gotta,
easiest
You just gotta follow.
basic training for
You just gotta
all
follow
military
what your
branches.
MTI says.
I'm gonna disagree with him. It was hard while it was happening, but looking back on it, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
it was extremely easy,
Yeah.
and I kind of miss it. I kind of miss it. I
No,
wish.
you don't, bro.
I mean, hey, hold on, let me
You
specify.
don't.
When I say I miss it,
Is that why you're in remedial training?
shut up, bro.
Alright, go ahead, guys.
But when I say I miss it, I don't necessarily miss getting told what to do every day. We basically do the same thing here, but it's not as strict. But I miss having that flight, like the brothers that we've been through the shit with, all there all the time.
Yeah.
Like just one big flight.
It's literally like 40 of you every day just working together.
You're folding clothes, you're cutting strings, you're cleaning.
You're working out.
Especially a beast.
Yeah, a beast. We got really close at beast. We're doing all this stuff.
You're helping each other with the claw.
You're getting in trouble together, but that's the thing, bro. Everyone gets in trouble together. You will always be yelled at together. Right?
You're going through the trenches. You're going through the motions.
Yep, but it's all worth it at the end. It's all worth it. Once you get to that graduation day, you get your airman's corner, it feels so good.
Man, it felt good for like the first 5 minutes of being out in that wind, and then after that it got cold. I couldn't feel my hands.
Yeah, Texas is pretty cold, bro.
And then we had to we presented arms. I saw my fingers; they were twitching away from each other because it was so cold.
I think actually when we first got there, we did our first PT in the pouring rain, bro.
Yes, I remember that.
It doesn't matter. PT's PT. Like you're always gonna do it no matter how cold it is.
Unless it's lightning, then you won't do PT.
Yeah, that's the
We do it in the dorm.
We did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, or you'll just do it inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had CRT in the dorm.
We did 1x3s
No excuses.
every day.
That's
without
on,
fail.
Yeah, see, and 1x3s are on top of PT.
One by two does not count.
Hey, sounds like someone's jealous. I'm not gonna top male PT.
Ooh. Ain't nobody jealous. It's just like, man.
It don't count.
It don't count.
That's tough. Did
It
y'all do
don't
one
mean
by,
nothing.
did y'all do 1x3s every day?
Yes, it don't mean nothing.
Obviously, I
Well,
was.
I'll ask somebody right now. Hey, bro, I got top PT.
Hey,
Nobody gonna care.
they just didn't want it hard. They just didn't want it enough.
Cause we didn't get in trouble like that.
Y'all didn't want it like us.
No, we didn't get in trouble like that.
Yo, low key. Yeah, we got in trouble a lot.
Exactly.
We got in trouble way more than we should have.
It was a terrible flight.
Yeah, we were awful.
I don't know how we got top
We were a
PT.
terrible flight, but we always fixed ourselves. That's the thing. We were a terrible flight.
We had good days
We
and
always,
bad days.
we always worked together. We were so close, bro. We always
Hey.
fixed ourselves.
Bro, can you my drink?
We were a really bad flight, but towards the end, our MTI told us, she's like, you guys were probably one of the worst flights at the start, but you guys did work together. You guys became one of the best ones I've ever had. That was pretty cool.
I don't know what else to tell you. Just push yourself. You're gonna push yourself every day, especially when you have to get up at 5 in the morning, where you have early wake up. You're pushing yourself just to get out of that cold, like that warm bed. Oh man! And you get out and you touch that dorm floor and it's freezing, and you're shivering and you're shaking. After like the first 3 weeks, it gets really easier because you finally start understanding what they're saying.
It doesn't get easier. You get better.
It doesn't get easier, you get better.